Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about plagiarism, and these studies examine the impact of the culture and individualism and collectivism on actual plagiarism. Plagiarism is a specific type of academic dishonesty. The word plagiarize is defined as to commit literally copy-paste of an idea or derive from an excited source. The important fact, honesty decline and their self-interested behavior. The potential difference in the probability of more plagiarism in Asia students than in others because of their potentially collectivist culture background. Independent dimensions consist with bicultural models of acculturation. Some of this research has supported this assumption that people who score higher on uncertainty avoidance are more likely to cheat. Assumptions of students' behavior may not correlate with racial, cultural, or ethnic identity. International students may think they have a basic understanding of plagiarism as applied in the US. However, the word of concept may actually be unclear given the above. The Asian students reflect the need of perform criterion-related research to avoid bias, self-evaluation. And now my partner, Kathy Pivaral, is going to talk about the investigation of plagiarism in different countries.
Okay, good afternoon. I will talk about literally the results and the method they will use in this study. Some tools that they use to identify the plagiarism were the Turnitin, that is an online plagiarism, the detection service. And they do this study to understand the difference between the American and Asian students to culture. And they have four hypotheses. The first one is like the Asian cultures will plagiarize more than the American. The other one is that cultivaristic plagiarize more than individualistic. The third one is that stay in the US related to Asian student levels to report their collectivism. And the last one is that they will take the scores to identify their level of plagiarism. Okay, the methods were like they make the study with the students in the U.S., but they live or their culture were Nazi, and also they use the students of American culture using the two instruments that I say before, the Trinity and like Likert scale. This Likert scale identifies if the student are individualism or collectivism. And the Trinity Online was a plagiarism evaluation system. It comparing the text in their data. It compared with the academic journals data, and it also compared with all the internet things that were like the same. To the study, they say that plagiarism will not be tolerated. So the results were that 72% have plagiarized and 22% have not. But some students underestimation about what plagiarism is. It also shows that the racial and the culture doesn't affect the individualism, has longer proportions of plagiarism, and longer individualism remain in culture. The greater change in their culture and identification. So now My friend Isaac Salmeron will tell you the conclusions.
Well, in this study, the first main conclusion is that plagiarism is not allowed. So you have to avoid plagiarism in each way on its own. But also, the student says that Asian people do not plagiarize more than Caucasian. That's one of the main ideas that they have. The other is that collectivists don't plagiarize more than individual ones. That's the that can be said because when you're in a group, you can have a lot of ideas. It's not the same where you're alone. They only have your own mind. So that's basically why they do plagiarism. Either way, it's bad for the business. And talking about business and economic education may increase individual tendencies as well as self-server behavior like plagiarism. And giving the students a clear indication will reduce plagiarism because plagiarism is always can happen when you don't know what to do or you don't want to do something. So if the system involves to help the students to do not plagiarize, not just to tell them you don't have to plagiarize, it's better for them. But the stereotype persists that Asian students plagiarize more often than the mainstream American peers. But that's because in Asia, the people in the universities or the schools or some places, they use like one book for everything. So they don't need really to put this is taken from because everyone knows it. But in here in America, it's different. So that's why the people they said that Asians can plagiarize more. But it's not like that. It's because they have certain cultures that says that that's normal for them. And also it says that collectivists have less respect for intellectual property rights than individualism. But that's because if a lot of people do work, it's like they don't care, but they don't plagiarize more because they have a lot of ideas. So those are basically the conclusions that this study is giving, and we hope you like this presentation, and it's all for us. Thank you.
Bye.